Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, Houghton Bonsai. In this video I'm going to be repotting this failed maple, which was earlier 2 years ago. Get it into a better pot instead of the cheap Chinese pot. I'm going to make a decision what's going to be the apex at the top. There's a couple of branches we can lose. So stay tuned and we'll get into it. So this failed maple was earlier off one of the outside 2 years ago. Got some nice characteristics on it, like natural rolling in there and there. This looks like it's going to start rotting naturally. So a bit look, it'll come down to there. We'll have a nice little hollow in there, so we don't have to do no carving. We've got a little branch at the back we can get shot off, because the first main branch is nice and thick. If we get shot of that, I'm going to change the angle of the tree. I'm going to have one of these as a leader, and I'm going to just bend the others down with a bit of wire, just to put them into place. So we can have some depth in the tree, and we'll let it grow. So, first off, get it out the pot. See, it's got some nice roots on it. So we'll get it cleaned off and we'll see where we're going. There'll not be much in the barry on this with it just being earlier 2 years ago. So we'll have a look and see what we've got. There's a wire. Still got sphagnum moss on this. Just teasing it out, have a look. I remember you. This one calloused on one side, it only had roots on one side. Get this off and I'll show you it. Got a root growing over the top there, which we could try and pin round to the front. When it grows, that'll give us depth in the front where the calluses is. Try and get all this spaggy moss off. So what I'll do is I'll go and wash the roots out. I'll I'll just go and give them a quick wash and we'll come back and have a look. Well, I'm back. We've got all the roots cleaned off. You can see where the calluses was. A couple of roots has popped out of it. What we'll try and do is we'll get these over into this position when we pot it, so we can grow them at the back. Got a nice one there. We've got one crossing there, which we can bend round into place. We've got two coming out the same spot. We'll get rid of one. So I want to take off the weaker one. That. We've got that into there. Yoke. I want to take off the bottom one under there. That. Yeah. Which one are you? Take this top one off because it's bent. I'm just going to shorten the length. Basically, that's all I want to do with this one. I'll clean that root cut up. But when it goes in the pot, I'll be pinning the roots down into place. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. I didn't expect having that much on. So this is the pot I picked. 18 quid. David Jones. Thinking about that sort of angle. So I'll wire the pot and we'll get her planted. I'm just going to reuse this mesh wire. Smaller pot, so we'll get two out of one. Then we'll just make some ropes. Like that. Just need to hold the mesh into place. One down. mesh screens is in place in the pot. We'll get some wire so we can tie the tree in, because it'll be just rocking all over. What we'll do is we'll measure the holes in the pot. Use our jib pliers to get a nice bend. Come through the pot. The same again on the other holes. Bend. Well, that's the pot all done. We'll get a base layer of soil in. Put some macadamia in first, just for drainage. I will get some potting grit. In fact, I might do it now. Oh. Looking for a sorting angle. What I want to do is bend that round there and take this wire over behind that rope to keep it in place. Pull this next one out. Twist and pull. See on that. Put this round at the back. Try and be careful so it doesn't snap the other ropes. tuck the ends in. There, I want a bit thin wire. Oh, just use this. Just gonna make some little loops like that and pin the roots where I want them. I want them two down there. I'll push that down there. Here we go on the back. This one. Stubborn. There we go. That one is alright. I've stuck some wire on to pin the roots where I want them to go. For this year, let them thicken up. We should get a bit more into it next 2 years. Want to pack it up pretty. I'll get out chopsticks and keep going. Anything sticking up, I'm just going to try and tuck in with this shot because we took a tiny bit off it. That's it in its new pot. What I'm going to do is get shot of this at the back because it's a bit thin. Clean that cut up. I can feel my cutters on there. I'm just going to clean that cut up there. That's going down. So we've got choices of a gable, new apex. That's the tray. So we could bring this down into there, this into the back, that down into there, and this is the new apex. And as it's grown, we can just keep pruning, get back button, and get it tighter. I'm going to take that dead stump out of there. See, with this first branch being nice and thick, I'm happy to make them two into branches because that's the thickest one. So as you come up the tray, they're not as thick as that. This is the new apex. So we'll put some wire on, we'll bend it around and twist it. So we can make that into a branch later on. We'll get some wire on it and we'll just put a little bit shape into it. But I'm liking that nice roll over on that first branch. Like I say, if that rots in perfectly, it'll come out there and we'll have a nice hollow. So it looks like where the trees died off and the new apex has took over. So I'll give it a drink of water, then we'll get some wire on the tray. Nearly forgot to tighten them up again on the bottom, but I haven't. Just gives that extra sturdy. But now I'll get some water on the tray, then we'll come back. Oh, back with some wire. This could be a bit heavy, but I'd rather have heavy than not enough. Should set this growing season anyway, this. With a bit, look. Oh, my eye, lovely. Eisei is lovely. Way small wire than enough. I think that could be too thick. We'll come back to that. We'll have a look at that in a second. Oh, that's going to be. There you go. It was later on in the year, I would have root grafted that onto the back. But it's still winter, so it's pointless. Probably is not take. So we've got a wire on. Basically, I just want to bend this down into there. On this down into the back to create some depth. This one into here. Now when your apex, I want to come up. I don't know if I can go around. Twist it round. So we've got that going to the side. And just forward a bit. Right, so I was coming back to this first branch. As we come along and up, it's the same thickness. I was thinking about taking that away and using this one. Instead of having that there, off there, clean the cut up a bit. Just like that. A bit wire on. tighten the tray bottle. Could come off there later on. I was jumping away of the camera, sorry. I keep forgetting. What are we looking at that now? We can bring that down, twist that round. Just round it in the back. Bring this down and around it there. Back. This one will go back and around. Basically that's it for that tray, just to let it grow now. Then we'll just keep cutting it back, get better ramification. I might even do away with that, because we've got little buds underneath, so once them start growing, I think I'll take that off. We're going to get a well at the top because we've got a cluster. But I'm going to take that off. And this one that's coming straight towards us. I know it doesn't look much at the minute, but if we give it a couple of years, maybe it's next season, I'm starting to see a difference in it. I'm just pruning back to the next buds because of all the root I took off. Well, I kind of like the pot. Pot looks well. That's just a little video on repotting a air-laid field maple of 2 years ago. It will look better in a few years. But I want to bring that further out to the front. I was looking from the top angle, it didn't look very well. Like I say, we're going to lose that this year once it's done. I've got the front about there, so you can see all the markings. Well, that's it for this video. Just a quick video on repotting a little air-laid field maple. Just shows you can get trays for nothing with some nice markings. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't, please subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Ta-da, folks.